knowing what I know
About men.
about how the male body works, and if
A breeze in the wind, mama.
I mean, a breeze in the wind, sure, but like also basically getting someone in doggy in a clothed, just clothed,
Yeah.
but it's the person you've been jerking off to. Brick.
Brick. Brick.
Welcome back to another episode of Boys Love, Boys Love. This week we are recapping episodes 3 and 4 of Old Fashioned Cupcake, and as always, I'm Adam.
I'm RJ. Welcome back.
Eating that cake.
Something's about to, honey.
Girl. So we're more than halfway done.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Love it. Crazy. 3 weeks ago when we started
I
this
truly thought we would
podcast.
have nothing to talk about.
You really?
Here's what I really think. I think Old Fashioned Cupcake is not a good name. Because I can see, just based on title, people
Be like, what is this?
thinking it's just like sweet nothing fluff.
Uh-huh.
Which I know, I'm not saying it's bad. I would watch it. But I'm saying
Right.
like, there are people who won't think it's anything more than that.
Yeah.
And I think the show
People
is like
didn't know.
doing good
A lot
stuff.
more, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more for sure.
So anyway, that's my critique on the name.
Okay.
I'm curious what it translates to in Japanese, though. Also, the show is Old Fashioned Cupcake, right?
There it is. I'm seducing you.
I'm seducing you.
Yeah.
But the manga is Old Fashioned.
Old fashioned. What's the truth?
What's the truth, Mimi?
What's the truth, Mimi? Yeah. Woo!
Should we talk about it?
Everyone in the comments last week were like, so happy you're doing Old Man Yaoi. This is, everyone has regarded this as like the main one. This is the one.
I would say that's true.
Yeah. I have not seen Osan's Love, but when I,
Oh,
that's
true.
like that is the comedy version.
Sure.
Because he is fully like,
It's a goof.
it's a
goofy.
Yeah, it's a goofy. And everyone was saying they can't wait for us to watch this episode. These next two episodes.
Oh.
So, well, I'm assuming it's episode 4 is what people
Yeah,
are referring
probably.
to. So,
Well, we watched it.
we watched it.
So let's talk about it. So episode 3, we immediately get the reveal that Nozue has updated his phone. He's now an iPhone user. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club, girl. That little iPhone,
He had a flip phone.
he had a flip phone.
And
Yeah.
he was, again, going back to the theme of, like, he was, like, stuck in this rut. The only reason he had a flip phone was to use it as an excuse of being, like, if he has to get out of a call, he can be like, oh my god, this flip phone's so shitty.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I can't. Which, listen.
Now, here's what I'm gonna say. I want the flip phone back. Like, I want that feeling again of
the
like
tactile.
the
Just be like,
closing of the conversation.
yeah, it's like, don't call me back until you've closed the deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be a whole screen.
I know, that's what we're getting now. Where it's like, you have to look at...
they're doing this,
yeah, they're
or
doing
they're
the
doing
flip,
this.
or they're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't want a
'cause
folding screen.
I would be nervous. I want to clack it shut.
Yeah.
But a screen, I'm gonna be too nervous. I'm gonna be gingerly closing it
Yeah,
every time.
yeah. I'm okay giving up a bit of screen for the buttons.
Well, here's what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't think I need the button. Well, I like the buttons.
But
I love T9.
But that's the thing. If you give up the buttons, everything will be screen.
Right. What if
There's nothing to
though,
clack.
do you remember the old cell phones where they had the little like receiver piece that plopped down?
Just the mouth part.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like really thin.
Yeah, you just want that. You just want a
Maybe
little...
that would be enough for me to feel like I'm like, closing the...
I would say just
I don't talk to anybody on the phone. Why am I even bothered by
Yeah.
this?
Your phone rings and you're like, who is this? How did you get my number?
I'm a
Millennial.
really...
A true millennial.
I'm a really bad stereotype of
Yeah.
millennial. I cannot
Which
talk
is funny
because
because the kids these days, the Gen Zs, they'll just call.
they love the phone.
They'll just phone and be, and it's just like my mother. It's just laying like that, and they're in a full FaceTime. They're like, yeah, oh yeah, and they're just like doing chores or whatever. But it's just knowing there's someone on the line.
So he's updated his phone. This is important because he's old and doesn't know how to use it.
And now he can take pictures.
And now he can take pictures, but also he doesn't know how, so he keeps taking videos, which is like a nice little...
That's a fun little detail.
It's a fun detail that's funny, but also alludes to the conflict that's going to come later. And like he doesn't know how to use it.
Which Adam clocked that T.
Thank you, girl. She's clocking the...
There are many moments in the episode where Adam like said, "Oh, this," and then it literally happens.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, "Are you Sagan? Is this you?"
Well.
RJ,
you wanted me to write this note. You like the score.
I love the score of the show. There's a little bit of like retro, boom, 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 like a jazzy retro moment. There's a little bit of, it's not quite city pop, but there is like I feel like I'm in a cafe in the 90s. Like, ooh. You kept saying that it's like the Persona 5 soundtrack, which is probably what I also am hearing and feeling. Yeah, it's just like well scored. I'm not a person who like, I mean, like, you know, like we'll watch like Your Sky and it's like every inch of that show was scored with some sort of music.
Sure.
Like thematically. Here it's just dropped in where it needs to be.
Well, this is the thing is like they say you're not supposed to notice the score. But also some of the best scores ever produced by Hans Zimmer, John Williams,
and like, John Williams literally
are like noticeable scores. So it's hard to, I think, thread the needle of like, I think what they're trying to say is like, you don't want the score to feel like it is telling you how to feel about the scene, because it can be a crutch that is used.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm supposed to be sad. Oh.
I don't mind being manipulated in that way. I want to be clear.
Yeah,
I don't mind if a score
Make it easy
is
for
like,
me.
yeah, I don't mind it, but I understand the criticism of saying like, don't rely on music.
Stop relying on that score.
Stop relying on that score.
No.
Stop relying on the score. So anyway, I do like the score in this. I think it's very understated.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
They have decided that they're moving on from girl talk. No more girl talk.
No more girl talk.
Because he doesn't need it.
Yes, Nozoe's like, no, I feel
the anti-aging is working,
yes,
honey. The serums,
who
the
needs
ointments,
retinol?
the topical.
All you need is a cupcake, a pancake.
Topical, more like let's talk about topics.
Topical. Let's talk about top.
Oh. So then, speaking of which, he says he wants to thank Togawa for all his help. And he'd like to, do something for him in return.
Yeah. Maybe I can pay him back with my body.
Maybe I can pay you back with my body.
With my body. That's what I'm saying. If I was Togawa, I was like...
You both are playing this game. Don't pretend, Nozoe, like you're like...
So you think that
an
Nozoe
unwilling participant.
When do you think it started?
What? What's your question?
Nozoe being like, oh, I think I'm going to test the waters. Because it does
I don't think he is testing the waters. I think it's subconscious.
It's a subconscious, what is the word? Oh my God. We're doing this again. What is it? Where you're like pretending that it's something, but it's really not.
Oh my God. I don't think he's doing that though either.
Oh, okay. You don't think he's applying plausible deniability?
Plausible deniability. Yeah, I don't think that.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think the synapses are firing on all
it's
cylinders,
not connected. But
I don't think he's like realizing.
But it's acknowledging that like the things that he'll blurt out are like, say, there is a seed of like there's a subliminal message. There's another.
Well, I think the more important thing is that Togawa is hearing it and going crazy.
Yes. Oh my.
Because we have to build to what happens at the end of episode 4.
He is going crazy. Which I do. And he does admit it.
I do acknowledge that. I like the acknowledgement that he is like, this is all me. Like Togawa when that moment happens. I know.
Okay, we gotta get there.
So he comes over. He says like, here's what I can do. I can help like clean. I can like help
cook clean soup.
Cook clean soup. I'm a good wife.
Clean your loom. Yeah.
Because I think I'm better at it than you are. So he comes over uninvited. That night. He cooks Togawa dinner.
Doesn't clean because it's already clean.
It's already clean. We'll get to that in a second. There's a moment when they're in the kitchen. He's cooking and he's like, you're too like it's a Japanese apartment.
Yes.
So it's teeny tiny itty bitty.
Mama, if you could see the YouTube playlist history of micro apartments in Japan that Adam and I watch hours of, because it's just like, we could make that work, or absolutely not. We could not make that work.
Most of them we could not make work. What I liked about this moment is like he's cooking and he like says a comment of being like, you're too big and you're like in the way.
You're in the way.
And so Togawa like crouches to make himself a little smaller just so he can still be. I just like.
And then here, no score. Like, it's silent. You just hear the cooking. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, this is Nozue. I'm Togawa. It's literally like this. And it's just like... Yeah.
But I do think this is the other thing I really like is, like, in episode 4, which we'll get to, it's not that Nozue is unintelligent. It's not that he's, like, not socially aware.
Right.
Like, he is... He's aware because we have a scene later where he's getting hit on by girls.
Right.
And he's aware that he's being hit on by this girl.
And he's responding.
Not stupid.
Yeah.
It's not one of these classic ones where it's like, I've never done anything, and I'm like,
didn't know I'm attractive.
I'm a new human being on the planet, right? Like, it's not that, but the way they demonstrate it is like, the way the girls are doing it is like a very classic, like, oh my gosh, give me your number and we can go to, like, very like, exactly what you think of when you're trying to hit on somebody, very obviously, versus Togawa is trying to, like, mold himself into Nozue's life. And it's a very different type of, like...
Getting into...
Flirting. Hitting on, right? And it's, like, more subliminal.
Yeah.
Which I think is, like... Goes back to... That is plausible deniability, right?
Yes.
Until you can't deny it anymore because you're admitting it. But,
yes, yeah.
We... eat some of the food. There's this line. This is the line that you thought was crazy because Togawa says, he says, you said you didn't have any hobbies, but you can cook really well. And
then Nozue says, oh, well, I don't like cooking, but I do like cooking for myself.
I don't like to cook, but I like to cook for myself. And I was like, just put up the screen cap of my face because I was like, what? And then the next line is Togawa being like, what the fuck does that mean? Because that's the same thing, mama. His point being like, I like to cook what I like to cook. I don't like to just cook anything.
I actually thought his metaphor was really clever. I never thought of it that before. Of like, someone who likes to cook will have jajang, all of the ingredients to create this, but then also other things to make it better.
I like the idea of like, I have an idea of what I want to eat for dinner, and then I like that I can cook it. Versus like, oh, I want to try and make a new recipe. I want to like try out different ingredients. Like I want to try to cook Indian food tonight, right? Or whatever. That was like my interpretation. There is a moment where Togawa tells Nozue that he would be a good wife.
Cook cream soup.
And
clean your loom.
Nozue corrects him by being like, why can't I be a
husband?
And then he says Togawa would be a good husband. And this is all really nice. This is all really sweet and really nice.
Yes, they're like complimenting each other. Yeah.
And then we immediately jump to like, your room is way more clean than I expected it to be. I'm assuming you just tossed all of the stuff on the floor in the closet right here.
Like, what's in there? Like,
and it's like a little bit of a joke of being like, you're not supposed to notice that. Ha ha ha. And he was like, what did you hide in there? Your porn? You guys work together. I just want to be so clear from the beginning.
You're his boss.
If you are someone's boss, I don't recommend you do this. It looks like it's going to work out for them. Congrats to them.
Yes.
But by and large, I would say don't do this. Don't make those jokes. So they make the porn. He makes the porn joke, and then immediately is like, "No, I don't need porn. I jerk off to the person I like." I just stares deeply into Nozue's eyes.
He's like, I don't need porn. I just think about who I like. All in here, baby.
While he says, I jerk off. The words on the screen were, I jerk off to the person I like. Thinking about the person I like. Oh. Awesome.
I mean, Nozue was like, whoa, hey, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then there's like a little bit of like, this is why I brought it up.
Yeah.
I know we're not doing girl talk, and then he's like, so let's do boy talk. Like, to a point where he's like, what do you use? Like, lube? Do you like,
do you
is
use
it a
lotion?
two-handed? Like,
Yeah.
how are we doing this?
Yeah.
Togawa's so horny.
I know. He's been eating all these
29.
sweets. He's 29, the prime of his life. He's eating all these sweets. He's eating all this cake, but it's not the cake he wants, honey.
So, we move on from this. Nozue goes back home, and he like thanks him for having him over. He sends him a late night message, thanks him for having him over, and suggests that they go to the zoo the following Sunday. He doesn't reply immediately. The next morning he hasn't replied. So now Nozue is like, oh, I fucked up. Like, we started talking about personal things. I'm texting him late at night. I'm like crossing a line.
He's ignoring me. Yeah.
And he's ignoring me. They're at work, and now he's so irritated, Nozue. So he like only engages with Togawa in regards to like work stuff. Togawa's like, would you like to get lunch together? And he's like, no, I'm going with other people. Da 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 da. It's very cold.
Yep. He gets invited to drink. They were like, Togawa has a thing, so he can't come. And he's like, okay, maybe I'll go.
Gag.
Togawa is pissed.
Also, meanwhile, Nozue is sick.
He did a bit.
He got a little bit of a
bit
cold,
of a sneeze,
a bit of a sniffle.
Yeah. Very much like Cherry Magic, like when the turn happens of like, oh, we're kind of crossing the boundaries here, because that's when
Nozue goes out with the staff. They get a little rowdy. They get a little drunk. Togawa shows up much later, looking for Nozue. Nozue has already left, and he finds him outside. This is not the tending of the drunk. That'll come later. Don't worry. But he asks, like, why are you here? Because you weren't gonna come out.
Yeah.
Whatever. And Togawa says, like, oh, well, I knew you were sick, and I figured I needed to help you get home. Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And he takes him home. And they sit. Like, the scene is set up.
He's on the bed.
Nozue's on the bed in the back with like covers.
Yes,
kind of all around him. And the framing of this scene is so infantile is not the right word, but like he is framed so to be like so
nursed.
Yes, like he is like infirm. A little guy just in his little bed with his little duvet wrapped around him, and it's very sweet. So during the conversation, it's a little bit weird. There's something going on.
Yeah, because they haven't
really talked
it yet.
Togawa finally is like, why were you ignoring me all day? And then the realization is that he had sent a reply. Multiple replies. But due to Nozue's inexperience with this new phone, he like had the notifications turned off and didn't know how to open the other accounts and da-da-da-da. So once he realizes that, the whole world has shifted. And this is like, he goes back to the thing of being like, I feel so young because I'm
discovering
my attitude can change on a dime.
Yeah.
And so he finds all these texts that Togawa had been sending throughout the day of being like, oh, I'd love to go to the zoo with you on Sunday. Hey, I don't see that you've replied yet, so I'm going to forward this last message just in case you didn't get it. Da-da-da-da. Like all...
Are you okay? Do you feel sick? Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very sweet. Togawa, meanwhile, has left. And by that, I mean didn't leave. He comes back in as Nozue is one of the fastest fall to sleepers I've ever seen in my life.
He's sick. He took the Z-Quil. He's out.
He did. He took a NyQuil for sure.
He took a NyQuil.
He comes back in, steals a key. Which is crazy because then he just returns at the top of the next episode. It doesn't really... It's weird. Like, there doesn't...
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. I need to look into that. Like, was the reason...
Is it in the book and it's not...
Because I think him taking the key would be like... So that he
can
come back and check in on you again if you continue to be sick, you know?
He took a key and then comes over to his sleeping. We've got the official watching of the sleep, and gives him a little kiss on the cheek as he sleeps.
Kiss on the neck.
Oh, yeah. It
Because
was,
he was like laying like
he was laying like that. Yeah, yeah.
Like he gave him a tita sniff kiss. Yeah,
And
immediately. And it's like, oh, here's your key. Like loudly in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Not loudly, just not discreetly.
Correct. And then we immediately jump into this plot of
the boss again.
The boss. We go back to her, and she set up this dinner with some of the girls.
I think they're also in the office.
That are in the office, or they're like work for another company that they work with, or something like that.
Something like that.
And them.
It's the four boys in
like fully being like, this is a matchmaking session for Togawa.
Yeah.
Because Miss Girl likes him.
Yeah.
Nozue does not handle this well. He flips out.
He decides to go, though, to keep an eye.
Right.
Keep the eyes on the prize.
This, again, is very... Okay, can I talk about this? I understand the argument that, like, this is the expectation that you go out with your, like, work colleagues, like, after work in Japanese culture and Korean culture.
It's a big thing. Like,
it's a big thing, and it's a big ask because you're giving more of your time to a work than whatever.
Yeah.
I understand that argument. I agree that it would be very frustrating if it was expected and you could not reject without being, like, looked down upon or whatever, right? I understand there's expectations there. The idea of, like, now that we do this, the idea of going out with a bunch of people after work and just, like, hanging out very much reminds me of when I worked at Disney.
And then afterwards, you would just sit at Miller's Ale House for like
you
2
just
hours.
sit in 2 hours and, like,
and talk
chit-chat.
exactly about what just happened today. I'm like,
100%, just about work.
But it's like, you are the last people I want to be with right now. I want to go home.
No, I disagree. I thought it was, I enjoyed it. I missed that time.
Oh, you missed that, yeah.
Because I just have to see, I just see you.
You are my work.
You are my job.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Oh, so you do miss it. You miss the corp culture. You miss the happy hours.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was corporate culture. I worked at a theme park. I would say that's very
no,
not
but the
corporate.
like. Okay, fine. The work culture of just talking afterwards. The happy hours.
Yeah, I never went with like a superior.
Because when you did, okay. Well, it wasn't your last
there
job.
maybe have been a couple times that like a coordinator came out, but it's like.
Okay.
A shift supervisor, right? Like, it's not like anything. It's
but
not like a manager came with us.
In your last job, you did a bit more socializing in that way, though, didn't you? Of like the boss would come out and like, hey, let's all go out together and let's all do a happy hour together.
Yes, we would do that. That was a different...
Not as enjoyable.
That was not as enjoyable, but that was like, I didn't work with those people all the time. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain without getting specific. There's something I find charming about it. I totally understand that it would be really frustrating when you don't want to do it, or if you don't want to do it frequently, or whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
But from the outside looking in, there's something nice about being like going out to dinner with people.
I mean, there was a thing like even in my last job of before, I mean, I could tell like I worked with a lot of young parents, so they were like, "This is an excuse for me to not go home yet and like have my husband take care of the dinner." You know what I mean?
Sure.
So they'd be like, "Yeah, let's. I'm here. Let's drink. I'll take that last train back to the burbs or whatever." Or it's an excuse to be like, "I don't want to go back to like whatever my other obligations are. So let me delay happy hour as long as I can."
Yeah. I just think it's nice. I don't know. I think it's nice.
I don't need like after parties. Like I think like a dinner where there's drinks and like maybe your boss pays for the first round, something like that.
100%.
Like that's.
I don't need the dinner to also take like 4 hours. I don't need to get home and it's 10 p.m.
I think happy hour's perfect. Apps.
A light app. A tavern pizza. We're all gonna split.
We're gonna share for the table. Yeah,
that's nice.
Let's just get we'll get the margarita for the table. Yeah. And then I just bought a bunch of apps. It's always it's always a big pretzel.
I work from home now. So it's very like the idea of just anyone forcing me to go out of my house is very nice and charming to me at this present moment in my life. Anyway, they go out to this dinner. The girls show up.
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
Boy, girl, boy, girl. And immediately one girl has her eyes locked on Togawa.
Yeah.
And another girl sits next to Nozue, and she starts flirting with him.
Yeah.
We see a bit of both conversations.
Togawa is shoveling food down his mouth and drinking beer because he's seeing Nozue doing this and he's getting jealous.
They're both watching
each other, but not acknowledging that the other person is watching.
Correct.
But it's funny because the other coworker noticed Togawa shoveling food in his mouth, and it's like, oh yeah, he does that all the time. He just like eats so voraciously like that, and then like he'll get caught and then be like, which has happened every episode now. Like when he was in the interview, he was caught eating outside the interview and like does that. When he gets asked about jerking off and porn.
So do you think
I think he has like I think it shows that he sometimes forgets that he needs to like put on a facade. Because he clearly puts on a facade, especially for Nozue. Like putting on a facade that like, oh, I don't like you. I think this is the oh my God, I keep forgetting word. The
plausible deniability.
And when
words,
he's
in fact.
And when he's voraciously eating.
So I think
that's when he's like, oh, I'm letting myself go or whatever.
For sure. I think similar to that, I think it's like a character thing of being like an external way to show his kind of like passionate gluttony that he can like tap into.
Yeah.
Because that, I would say, comes to a head in this episode.
Comes to a finger. Oh. But anyway, he gets drunk.
So he gets drunk. The girl with Nozue, I just have to mention this. She's like, oh my God, we should exchange numbers. We should go to the gym sometime. So funny. She also is like, well, how old are you?
I
thought we were
I think we're the same age.
And he says he's 30. He's turning 40 this year. And she's like, oh, there's absolutely no way. That's crazy. You look so young.
I'm turning 30. That's crazy.
So that's why Togawa loses his mind. Because he's like, he has immediately built an entire narrative being like, so you guys are together now?
So
he gets purposefully drunk so that Nozue has to like take care of him that night. Like drunk. Smart cookie.
Work smarter, not harder.
And then he says, I'm so sorry you have to hang out with me. I'm sure you'd rather hang out with girls and go like a girl and go to like
take her
your
home
sweets or whatever and like with another girl. I'm sorry that it has to be a bother with a guy like me.
Yes. A bother.
To which Nozue is like, it's not a bother that you're a guy. It's fine. Not an issue. Okay? There's a moment outside where he like Nozue goes to reach and like
pats his head.
Pets
his hair.
His hair, yeah. Runs his fingers through his hair and he doesn't do it. And then we cut to the next morning.
He took him home.
Togawa wakes up shirtless.
Stripped.
Togawa took him home and Nozue stayed the night.
He slept on the
because he was like, I couldn't then also make it back to my place.
Yeah.
So thank you for letting me spend the night. Togawa was very embarrassed because he realizes he probably crossed a line.
Yep.
And then going back to your thing of being like, does he know he's saying it or does he not know he's saying it? Nozue says
the homoeroticism turned up, honey.
Nozue says
you've got a great
body.
You've got a great tight body.
I love that body.
You've got a great body. Do you work out? Ooh, what do you do?
It got so gay.
And Togawa was like, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. And I think you could tell like his character is like, oh, let me like, you know, ruffle my peacock feathers a little bit. Because then he was like, and I go rock climbing and I go running, I go skiing, I go diving, I paraglide.
Running, jumping, climbing trees.
I'm kind of like an adventurous man.
Sporty spice. And then he Nozue's like, I don't work out.
You'll
be shocked to find out I don't work out. And so he's like, I barely would even know where to begin. And Togawa convinces him to try planking. And so he sets him up on the bed to plank. I don't think you're supposed to plank on something soft.
Maybe it's a stiff futon.
Maybe it's a firm mattress.
A firm IKEA mattress.
Firm mattress.
Yeah.
So he's planking. He's having a really hard time doing it, because he doesn't work out, as we all know.
Yeah, and he's like, "You gotta shrunk from here. Put your butt down. Your butt's too high. Your butt's too high."
Basically, he starts humping him.
He starts humping him
on the bed.
It's literally he starts humping him. The plausible deniability is gone, honey.
It's gone.
Togawa is thinking with
he's like,
yes,
grabbing his ass. I really was like, are they going to do a line where they're like, I feel that, or so, like I was like waiting for that to be like, even like they look down at it or something like that, because I was like, this man is too horny to not like
stop himself.
Knowing what I know
about men,
about how the male body works, and if
a breeze in the wind, mama.
I mean, a breeze in the wind, sure, but like also basically getting someone in doggy in a clothed, just clothed, but it's the person you've been jerking off to. Brick. So that happens.
No, so he does freak out a little bit because he's like, it hurts. He flips over and they're both facing each other.
Togawa jumps off. Okay. So this is a really nice moment right before we go into the ending of all endings.
Oof.
So he goes on this long talk about like all the things he does now, as we were talking about. And he says, like, the reason I do all this is because you taught me. We flash back to, again, that same night after the interview. A lot was revealed during that night. It really set the course. But that's the whole red string of it all. Where it's like, it's the first meeting encounter has set the path. Well, that's also like, this is exactly like Cherry Magic, too, where he like is drunk.
Takes care of him,
There is like the aspect of like
aspects of Janita,
both of them being about a character being kind and taking care of someone else, and that's where like the infatuation kind of like starts with the other person. I think is very interesting. He says he's learned so much. He's learned that he told him that life isn't just about work. And you should love yourself more. And so over the course of the years since that interview, all of the things he's done is because he does try to... How the hell are you supposed to love somebody else when you can't love yourself?
Love yourself tier.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All the other ones.
Yeah. Great. So that's his mantra that he like lives by now.
Yeah.
And I do think, honestly, this is what reminded me of the whole conversation around, like, Japanese work culture, again, in general, is, like...
And shout out to the anthropologist Beret that came and commented.
Yes, I enjoyed that.
From last week, yeah.
The writing in of a character in a position of power, like a manager, telling a subordinate, like, life isn't just about work.
Right.
Feels so much like... someone trying to like the author being like, this is what everyone should be like, this is I'm curious like to what extent there even is a conversation of quote unquote work-life balance.
Right.
Because I mean it's
guys,
it's a conversation
here,
but
but work-life balance, now that I've stepped away from it, I mean it's, I don't know, it feels like to me feels scammy talking point, because it's like, it can happen, it can work that you can work 60 hours a week and still have time to feed your kids. Trust us, like, we just gotta find that balance. I'm like, or just make those concessions for people that need it. I don't know, it's just,
do you live to work or do you work to live?
Right.
It's important to work to live.
It's important to work to live. I don't think you should live to work. Yeah.
Correct. Unless you're super passionate about your work. You're in a situation where it's like the only thing you want to do in life is this.
Right. But that's the thing. If Nozue was like that, I think it would be a different story, because it's like,
correct.
I've given up on everything else because I'm so passionate about love.
It interests me why Togawa is so frustrated at the beginning of the show with Nozue's attitude. And I get that Nozue is just kind of in a malaise, let's say. But his first interaction with this guy is this guy being like, it's really not all about work. So his frustration being like, that's true. Why are you not trying as hard at work is like funny, because it's like, because I told you I don't do that. Because I told you. I told you shouldn't do that. It's fine. I like the moment. I think it's very important for people to hear.
Yes.
Especially in a culture where it is pushed to an extreme
Everything's
degree.
Such a hustle. Like, everyone is working so hard. And it's like,
do you remember, like, what was it, Super Bowl last year, 2 years ago, when they had Dolly Parton do 5 to 9 as, like, have a second gig at night. Have your side gig. And it's like, boy, that's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
That's a real bummer, guys. And then Nozue says, you're the only one, meaning Togawa, you're the only one who makes me glad I'm living.
Yeah.
Which almost crushes Togawa. He, like, comes over, and then immediately his phone starts ringing.
Okay, he is about to come over. He says no
for sure to kiss him, right? That's the energy.
I think that's the energy. He's about to literally rush him and, like, kiss him. And then his phone rings, and it's the girl from the night before.
From the night before.
So then that jolts Nozue up, and he's like, oh, sorry, right. And so, yeah, it's like dipping into the gayness a little bit. And he's like, oh, sorry, yeah. Like,
so this is where I guess we can have the conversation of, like, what does Nozue actually know? Meaning, like, about himself, about what he's into,
okay, so
whatever.
Throughout this episode and the one before, he's like, why am I upset that I know that he jerks off to someone that he likes? Why does that bother me? He doesn't think it's him, but it's like, why does that bother me knowing that, like, he's jerking off to someone?
Yes.
And why am I checking my texts? Why am I figuring out how to email him?
Right.
Why am I asking him to go to the zoo?
Right.
No answers.
I think the interesting thing is, like, he gets so flustered that this girl... I mean, I do think it's, like, a case of...
Yeah.
They have created this environment where they feel so out... They feel like they're isolated from the rest of the world when they are together.
They've created an intimate relationship, just the two of them.
And so someone calling right in the middle of an extremely intimate moment in which, like, they're being very vulnerable with each other.
All of a sudden, they're back at work. They're back in the office. Like, they're not...
Right.
Yeah.
And also, I do think it's probably, like... I don't know if there's the connection of, like... I like him, but he probably likes girls. Like, I don't even think we're there yet necessarily with Nozue. I do think he's like, he probably is interested in this girl, and I'm bothering him and getting in the way, so I should leave.
I mean, I think his whole thing of doing all of this is he's just fully acting on impulse, which is the anti-aging. Like, this is the anti-aging at work. That he's just trusting his instincts. He's just going. He's trusting his instincts. He's closing in his eyes and leaps.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leap.
Oh, it's time to try to find gravity.
And he defies gravity. And I think he says these things not expecting anything. He's just going out of impulse. Because what ends up happening, he is very surprised. But I think it's the realization of, like, oh, me by acting fully on impulse, it is directly affecting someone that I don't know how they feel, but it has a direct relation.
It is the thing he said in the beginning of being like, nothing bad can happen, nothing good can happen as long as I just do the same thing every single day. As long as I have my little routine.
I mean, Nozue is full hero's journey right now. I mean, this is like, he has crossed over, he's done it, and now what does he do, you know?
He's answering the call.
He's answering the call, honey. It's the midichlorians, honey.
So he goes to leave. And we get
He's rushing out.
One take.
Oh, 4 minute one.
4 minute one take shot of
Adam and I had to watch twice because
we watched it twice.
We were like, this was
incredible.
Incredible.
This is acting.
Incredible.
This is acting. This is directing. This is all of it. The switch to the hand
cam
so that you feel the like
you are right there.
The intensity of the like how the passion is bubbling over the edge of the pot.
I want to see this on stage. Like that's how bad I.
No, I know.
Oh.
It's so I know. I do think the Japanese BLs just lend themselves to there's so much conversation. There's so much like not action and like very easy dialogue or whatever. It's just anyway. Okay. So Togawa chases him around the apartment as he tries to leave, and then finally pushes him against the wall, kisses him, puts his thumb in his mouth.
That's how much he wants to. Gluttonous, rapturing, like gluttonous.
Yes,
honey.
No, I know. That's why I brought it up. Puts his thumb in his mouth, kisses him again, and then reveals, like, I've been seducing you. I've been seducing you this whole time. I probably shouldn't have been because I'm a guy, and this might, like, be a burden to you that I'm a guy coming on to you, but I haven't stopped thinking about you. And he says, I like you so much that I could die.
I could die. My beautiful man.
God.
It all goes back.
So don't you just yearn for someone to tell you they like you so much they could simply die? I know it's dramatic.
But not in the floppy way that Adam is doing it. Oh, I could just die!
Oh, I could simply die, darling! I love you so much!
Oh, I love you so much I could just die!
I am bullied at my own workplace. Where's my HR?
Where's my... He's asleep.
He's asleep.
Or HR's asleep.
Always asleep. This scene is incredible. This moment is like...
And you track Togawa fully leaping into it, impulsive. He can't help it. And then the realization of what he does. So he's, not that he's backtracking. He is fully just like, I am so sorry that it has come to this point that I could not control myself anymore.
This is a behind I want to see. I want to know how many times they had to shoot this take because it's such a long one shot.
If it was like, we'll rehearse, we'll do it once. And then the director was like, well, shit.
But even like one line flub, one like missed kiss, like you have to do the whole thing again. I mean, it's such an intense moment for both characters. And I think it like, I just think it's like so expertly done because the framing of both of them is so good. Like you don't land on one person for the whole time. You see kind of both of their reactions to the whole situation. And because Togawa is like not looking, there's a lot of like non-eye contact. Yep. There's a lot of like,
I just need to be close to you.
Yes. So they like kiss or whatever. And Nozue, like Togawa like freaks out or whatever. But Nozue is like taking all of it in, but he's not. You can tell he's not mad.
No.
It's just more like he's taken aback by the whole thing. It's so good. It's so good. I wish everything was like this. I wish it
was like... Truly, this scene was like, this is what gets me excited about acting, performing. This is what gets me really curious and excited about like filmmaking.
It feels so like it feels like so like real is such like an annoying term, but like it feels so raw and passionate and intense in that moment. And I feel like a lot of the times that can be equated to like sex scenes more often. Right. But like the first kiss being this like, I am going to come outside of my body. I'm going to literally remove the flesh from my body and my skeleton will start walking around if I cannot get to you as
kiss you right
like
now.
That way I need to. It's so good. It's so good. And their kiss and then he like pulls
The finger really got me, mama.
The thumb in the mouth really
best performance by a thumb.
Best performance by a thumb for sure.
Yeah. And the nominees are I mean, what really set him off was what Nozue told him. That it's like, because of you. Like, I have a reason to live or whatever.
I mean, if you're already delusional.
If you're already jerking off to him.
I really hate the term jerking off.
Pulling the padge.
Never mind.
Choking the
hate
chicken.
That. Okay.
Taming the one-eyed monster. In that little montage of like, Togawa sending the texts in real time.
Yes, from the end
that
of the last
first time when he responds, there was a box of tissues on the. I don't think he was jerking off, but I think it was implied that like he's about to enjoy the rest of his night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not clock that.
Because he had like the biggest smile on his face.
Ooh.
And then like yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's such a good ending.
Yeah. Truly. I mean, like this was one of the best things I've ever seen.
And I love a one take. I love like a long oneer.
A winner.
Yeah. 4 minutes is such a long
That's a long
time.
winner. Yeah. Woo! Okay, so
clock it.
We will find out next week what will happen.
MVP?
This thumb.
The thumb's the MVP for the episode.
The thumb and his teeth like on the thumb, like, huh?
It's also like
the thumb.
There is like an implicit like he's okay with submitting in this way.
I know.
Okay, so because I think someone was saying in the comments like in the manga, I think it talks about how he'd had girlfriend in the past, but he was maybe like more passive with them or whatever. Pasivo.
Big Bird. That girl is pasivo.
This is
I'm eating up this cupcake, honey, and I better see this cupcake.
When he humped him, best performance by a plank.
A plank. Guys, he had both hands.
He was like.
Anyway,
well, let me just.
If you'd like to join us for our final episode, you can come back here next week. But you can watch our reaction on patreon.com/boysloveboyslove. We are watching this. We are watching Kemjira, and we are about to start a new BL.
Something new,
honey, for the girls, because we just wrapped up Revenge Love. So, you can vote on that poll, and
I don't think that poll.
When that drops at the end of Revenge Love, yeah. So join us over on Patreon. Adam, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll see you for the final episode of Cupcake.